The next news story is actually about a mobile game that I was looking at. I forget if I figured out an English name for this game. I think it is a Japan-only mobile game. Yeah, I downloaded it and it was all in Japanese, absolutely. But I thought it was cute. It's basically a little like, I guess you would call it like a forecast predicting tool. So the machine translation here is saying, weather forecaster, predict tomorrow's weather, where you can predict the weather by the weather yourself. Oh no, that's like part of the title. Weather forecaster, predict the weather tomorrow. Let's stick with that. And it's pretty simple overall. It's kind of this, I don't know how to, when I see, there's like this specific type of like little anime character aesthetic style that has like a bun in the character's hair, and then like usually these like big kind of droopy roby kind of things. And I don't know enough about like different styles of like Asian, wear. But it feels a lot more to me like a more Chinese aesthetic. Like when I see Chinese based media, like a lot of male characters will have this aesthetic. But anyways, but basically it just pulls up a menu and you get to guess, I believe it is the temperature initially. Temperature and what was the other one? Well, temperature, and then I'm guessing maybe some base level other things like, is it going to rain or not? But then as you get further along, you can do things like predict the humidity, air pressure, wind direction, things like that. So, and depending on how well you predict it for your area, you get like different scores and things like that. So when I started it, I think what was happening, it was all in Japanese. I think what was happening, I was going through is like, you basically pick like the prefecture you're in Japan. So it seems very much designed in a way that it's like, you are like, we are assuming you're living in Japan. Reasonable. but you have to pick your prefecture, and then I think you can go ahead and guess based off that. Now, what's interesting about this is, this is a 4Gamer article, so I don't know what reach 4Gamers articles have and things like that. But this is a free game, and it's ad supported. However, when I downloaded the game, there's a leaderboard, because you're supposed to there's a leaderboard where you get your score, right? And so initially I saw there's only like 6 things on the leaderboard. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's just like the top 6 for some reason. But I'm wondering if it's just 6 people, because the scoring system, all the scores were listed. Somebody had like 20,000 points. And then once you get down to the 6th person, they have negative points. So I think there's the potential that only 6 people have like sat down and played this game to the extent that they got scored on it. I don't know for sure. 6 just seems like a weird number, and the fact that somebody has a negative score on the leaderboard tells me this maybe isn't like super popular. But I just thought it had like a little cute look to it. I think the core concept's fun. It reminds me a little bit of, what is that thing called? Wordle or something like that? Like people who just want to, kind of have that, like, I just woke up in the morning, how am I put my finger in my mouth, read the wind direction kind of thing, right? In golf, I don't know. I've heard stuff before that like some people have like a better sense of like what the weather is based off like certain feelings, like their sensitivity to air pressure and things like that. I have no idea how true any of that stuff is, but I just thought it was a cute idea overall. I will never win this because I don't know what prefecture I'm in or how to guess the weather around it. And I feel like you could probably cheat pretty hard by just going and looking up what the weather will be. So, like, if you want to get to the top of the leader score, guess what? We have analytics about that stuff. But I thought it was just a cute idea, though. Sometimes video games, like, sometimes with that stuff, you just gotta want it, right? Like when you're playing a Wii game, give yourself to the developer. If they're asking you to do something, do it. Don't be weird about it. Just do it, right? And maybe doing it's just the weird thing about it. Like if you sit there and be like, oh, I can just waggle and it's fine. Stop that. Play it how they want it to, because you're probably gonna get a lot more out of it. If you're just going and like looking at this thing, then typing in the Google result for what that weather is for that area, I feel like you're not getting what you want. You're just letting the number go up. And there's so many other things where you can let the number go up. So